Meet Mr. Ng, our math wizard's grace. In numbers realm, he finds a space. Equations unfold with a skillful hand. In math class where understanding expands. Oh, Mr. Ng, numbers at your command.
Question number 5. With multiple choice, which polynomial function r of x or t of x has a lesser degree? So let's take a look at it. I'm going to try to figure out what kind this is so you can graph it. -2, 15, -1, 6, 0, 1, 1, 0, and then right 2. So I'm not sure. It could be absolute value, but we can double check by our comma difference. So let's do that. This would be -9, -5, -1, +3. If the blues were the same, then it would be linear, so it's not linear, so let's test now this one. -9 to -5 would be +4, -9 +4 gives me -5, +4 and +4. So this means it is a second common difference, which means it is a quadratic. If it's a quadratic, it means it's x to the second. So the degree here is 2. Let's test the other side. Now, you could distribute all the way through. 3 times this, 3, x times x, add the same base, 3 plus 2 is 5, 3x cubed. My highest degree there is a 5, so I have 5 and a 2, therefore the highest degree of this problem is this one here, and that would be t of x.
Alright, question number 7. Which graph
Which function could this graph represent? Remember, look at your easiest ones. Easy. You have an odd, and you have an even. What are they? X to the first, x to the second. And that's what your graph looks like, right? So both arrows are pointing in the same direction, so I know it's going to be an even and not an odd. So evens. It's not these two. And then because it flips upside down, this is, you would have to put a negative. So that's a negative leading coefficient. No, we don't have that. Now I'm asked about extrema. So let's go here. Extremas, in this case, is a 1, 2, 3. We have 3 extrema there, and it is even, so my answer is going to be D is the correct answer.
represent the function f of x equals negative x to the third power minus x squared plus 5x. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just take apart this function and try to figure out all the things that I know, okay? Here in blue, this is called the leading coefficient, and it is negative. And basically what that does is it flips the graph. You can also think of it back in your transformations. A equals -1 is a reflection over the x-axis. Reflection over the x-axis, okay? So that's in blue there. Here in green, you have a third degree polynomial, They call these cubics. And what you want to know from there is that this is a odd degree, right? Easiest one you know is to the first power. All right, something I also notice here is there's no number here without an x. And this would have been the y-intercept. So I know my y-intercept is going to be 0. Okay. So let's construct our own graph. This might be helpful. If I just construct my own graph. Let's construct our own graph. Okay, so like I said, the easiest we know is, usually starts down, ends up as you go left to right. But the leading coefficient here is telling me that it's switching. Okay. So we're looking at the blues now, and then a y-intercept of 0 is going to look something like this. Okay. So let me just go ahead and sketch that graph. I don't know, it might look something like this. The big idea is the arrows. Arrows are super helpful, okay? So and notice I don't have all the other intercepts, the other x-intercepts, but the arrows are super important, okay? Watch. This one has a positive leading coefficient, so I don't need this one or this one. Now this one has negative, I should have that blue. This one does have leading coefficients, okay. So either A or D would be okay so far. And let's see if I can work with it a little bit. Let's factor out a negative x. If I factor out a negative x, I will get x squared minus x minus 5. Okay, what I did, I just took out a greatest common factor. Okay, so what's important in this part I just did is that this has a multiplicity of 1. Multiplicity of 1. How did I know that? Because x here is kind of hard for you to see. Let me see which colors. It's to the first power. Okay, why is that important? Is because if you set that equal to 0, set it equal to 0, and you multiply both sides by -1 or divide both sides by -1, you have x equals 0. And so both of the graphs have it, but you're looking at its multiplicity there. Remember, this is odd multiplicity, which is a shoot through. This is shooting through the x-axis, and this one is not. This one is doing a bounce or a kiss, so it's not D. Our correct answer is going to be A. I actually did this without using a graphing calculator. Okay?
Hey guys, let's go over question number 8. Find the following sum. The sum is addition and subtraction. I'm going to distribute the 7 to each of these terms. Pass out the green starburst to each of these, so that would be 3x squared. The 7 is positive, 2x. The 7 again to the negative 5. We'll pass out a pink starburst to each of these terms. This 2 is positive. Let's go ahead and simplify this. We're just going to multiply the numbers in front, so 21x squared. This would be 14x. Negative 35. Remember, this is a multiplication. Common mistake is just multiply the first term. The second one mistake usually is to try to subtract this. Again, multiply. There's a multiplication here. If you're stuck with your integers, go ahead and just use your calculator. Let's find my terms. I'll use shapes. Those all x squared. So again, I'm just going to get the numbers in front. That would be a 19x squared. Nothing there. 14x. And that will become a negative 29. And that would be choice D.
If you love math pretty much, let's begin to try it with me and you will get the score. Better, better, better score, and then try again with me. Let's begin again right now. Again.